Does this sound like a good move? Okay, so you're bullish on Apple, Justin. That's what this sounds like. You're buying a call, you're selling a put. You believe in Apple. Nobody can predict what Apple's going to do. However, Apple has a few headwinds. One is they're selling far fewer phones in China. There's a lot of competition. Their market share in China is just being eaten up. A lot of American companies are getting booted out of China. China's kind of doing like kind of a B1, a Chinese version of B1, except it's C1. They're China first, and they're basically saying, "Get out of here, Americans. We don't even want you here." So Apple's having a hard time operating in China. They're having a hard time selling phones in China. Huawei's coming out like gangbusters. And even with Apple Intelligence, there are doubts as to whether or not Apple can really truly create the absolute best phone. So I don't exactly know exactly where Apple's going to get their growth. I also know that outside of America in the EU, Apple's getting a lot of pushback for basically being violating antitrust law. So, because they got one of their revenue drivers is that Apple Store, where they take an ungodly cut out of the revenue of thousands of companies that put apps in their app store. And the EU is basically saying that's BS. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. So, that is another issue that could actually cause problems for both Apple and Google. Both Apple and Google are pretty much monopolies. Now, the Europeans are more serious about challenging on that. The Americans have talked about it. If Kamala Harris becomes president, I believe they're going to continue to really push this issue. I don't have any problem with that at all because I do think they have a little bit too much monopoly power. And so, do I think Apple is a terrible investment? No, I don't. But I would not sort of sit on it and truly hope and expect that Apple's going to do great. Maybe to hedge your bets a little bit, maybe you wait until there's a bad day in the market because there is going to be a bad day soon. Maybe that's when you go and make your move with Apple as opposed to doing it on a good day, right? I don't like to buy on a good day. I buy on the bad days. Now let's see. Someone's asking about MQ. Okay. Marquetta, it's a global payment platform that focuses on modern card issuing and embedding finance solutions. The company is gaining attention for its partnerships with fintech innovators. Okay, like including Square. Okay, so basically the company had revenues of 125 million. That's very, very low. That's a small business in the white people world. So their annual revenue has actually gone down, which is kind of weird. The analysts see potential upside in the stock with an average price target of $7.07, which is a 37% increase from the current price. Okay, so that's not bad. I mean, that says the analysts like the stock and they have some recent collaborations with Visa and Affirm. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm not telling you to buy it or not buy it. I'm just saying why not? I wouldn't get mad at you for it. So yeah, MQ, sure, why not add it to your I add it, why not add it to your portfolio? Now, if you want to know the stock I just bought today, feel free to take a look. Not investing advice. Bloom Energy, Bloom Energy. And the reason I picked Bloom Energy is because I read some reports on it, and this company seems well positioned to take advantage of what I believe is going to be an energy shortage over time, particularly related to the building of all these data centers, and also with the issues with the Middle East. I think right now Lebanon and all that stuff. I feel like that war. I have a bad feeling about that war between Israel and Hezbollah. It's really a proxy war between the United States and Iran. We're funding Israel, they're funding Hezbollah, at some point it's gonna spill over and it's gonna get messy. So, if we all survive, then you'll make money. But if somebody decides they want to launch a nuclear missile or something, then all this stuff won't even matter now, will it? All right, so let's let's keep going. I'm laughing out of nervousness because that actually bothers me quite a bit. All right, so Stefan says, I just finished purchasing 100 shares of AT&T. Good for you.